Hey everyone, it's Vinny and I have a special video for you guys on advanced hair coloring skills. So I was at Salon Centric about 2 days ago and I saw two products that I have not seen before on clearance. And they are both from Joico. It's the Joico Duo Light Butterscotch and Copper. These are the tonal cream lighteners. So a cream lightener is gonna be a bleach but in a cream form. And because it's tonal, it's gonna have pigment in it. And the pigment is gonna enhance the hair color when you're lifting. So both of these are a little bit different. So the copper is going to give you up to 4 levels and it will add a copper bronze tone. It's recommended for black and medium brown hair, levels 1 through 5. The butterscotch, on the other hand, will lift up to 5 levels and it will add a rich butterscotch tone, which is gonna be a warmer gold. And it's recommended for dark to light brown hair, levels 4 to 6. So most lighteners that are tonal are made to work on either enhancing or counteracting a tone. So what I mean by that, for example, Matrix has V-Light and V-Light is made for getting blonde. When you're lifting someone from a dark base to platinum blonde, you're gonna encounter a lot of yellow tones. Not cool yellow tones, but really gross ones. And that purple in the bleach is gonna actually tone that as you lift, so you'll appear a nicer, lighter base. What I learned is that other bleaches on the market have different tones. Like Clairol had Kaleidocolors and they had a green bleach for, I guess medium brown hair or really dark hair, and that would counteract the red and it would give you more of a caramel look. Both of these colors I'm actually excited to try. I'm gonna try it on a mannequin first to see how it comes out. I will say that the copper lightener is going to essentially be for people that want to get maybe a nicer, more natural looking highlights in their hair, or it's really, really good for red hair. So if you're taking someone with a darker base to fashion red, you can do some foils of this lightener, and that will give you that coppery tone, so you can actually glaze over it and get a very nice red hue. That is one way to use this. You can also do it when you have this in foils in the person's hair, paint everything else a vibrant red, and then as you rinse the shampoo bowl, rinse this out and then put a bright red over it, and that will give you a really, really fashion red, really good for short hair. That is one idea for this. You could also use this, another good idea is freehand balayage. If you have someone with very dark hair and they want something warmer, something maybe a little bit reddish, you can take this cream lightener and either do a foilage or a balayage and do some hair painting with this. The butterscotch, on the other hand, I think would work really, really well with high lift hair color. So if you have someone at a level 6, you could do foils of this and then process a high lift everywhere else. And this will give them a nice, more natural blonde instead of that really, really strong high lifted result. You could definitely balayage with this on darker and medium brown hair and even light brown hair. I would definitely tell you guys that when using tonal lighteners like copper or butterscotch, if a person has very, very light hair, do not do it, because this is gonna enhance the warm reddish undertone. If you put this copper lightener on very light blonde hair or hair that's near platinum, you're gonna turn the hair the base of the lightener and they may get stuck with a really gross, translucent, orangey red. And the butterscotch may be a really gross yellow color. So, both of these lighteners are very easy to mix. You mix equal parts with with a 20 volume developer. And they both had an insert in here, so this one's open. I wanna see what this one looks like. That one definitely has an orange tone. Nope. They make this huge and in every single language possible. Where is, English. So for this, you can mix it with 10 and 20 volume, 1-to-1 ratio with developer, equal parts, process for 25 to 30 minutes without heat until desired lift or vibrancy is achieved, rinse for 4 to 5 minutes with very warm water, shampoo. They say that you should not, this is another important direction with this lightener. You should not use these lighteners on people with gray hair because the gray will, take on the base of the color. So if someone has more than 25% gray hair, do not use this lightener. You would much rather lighten with a regular color and then use maybe like a demi glaze over it. So it also tells you on color treated hair, you can use, 20 volume. They say though, when you're getting to levels 4 and 5, you should use 10 volume. I don't know why that is. To reduce overdeposit on hair that's been previously lightened, color balancing the hair first is recommended. This will ensure more even results prior to applying Duo-Light. And it sells you on a post-color service. You can do the cuticle sealer for 5 minutes, which I've used. It's a good product. I've used Joico here and there, and I actually really like their lighteners. Their Cream and Powder Blonde Life 9+ lightener is a very strong lightener. I've seen it eat right through hair color, and it really gives even blonde results. So I'm gonna be excited to try this in the Mannequin. That being said, I'm gonna get my Mannequin out, and I'm gonna go get everything set up, and I'll be right back. All right, guys, so I have my Mannequin, and here's a funny story. A few months ago, I had tried to use Matrix Rose Gold High Lift hair color, which is actually a thing, and I was not expecting the Mannequin to lift this well. I had extra color, and I'm like, you know what, maybe I'll just put it on the roots and see if anything happens. I was not expecting this kind of lift, so the Mannequin actually has hot roots. This Mannequin lifted exceedingly well, so at least I have this nice area from here down to test the lighteners on. This Mannequin does not have a name, but I got her from Sally's. Because she looks pretty eerie and her hair is actually human-like, I'm gonna call her Medusa. So Medusa is gonna be our client today. Hey everyone, so I had just finished rinsing and styling this lovely Mannequin. She's got a nice layer haircut, and I gave her a big voluminous blowout. Check out that volume there. I kind of got inspired by like a 60s style with the volume and the flipped ends. But anyhow, going back to the product, I actually was pretty surprised and a little bit impressed with the product. If you look up here at the front bang area, this is the slices I've done with the copper lightener. This is incredibly red. It definitely is a warmer tone red, but when I mixed the lighteners, you see in the pictures I posted, it was incredibly bright, and I was like, holy cow. On the side, this is more subtle, but if you look under here, I did slices with the butterscotch, and that definitely is more of a beigey color. The butterscotch, when it's mixed, has like a golden brownish hue. It looks really, really gross, but then it turns pink, which is usually typical for a beige or a gold violet shade. And overall, it took 45 minutes. This is like 45 minutes of foils to process. No heat added. It lifted incredibly well, and this Mannequin is actually colored. So on virgin hair, I'm assuming this will be a lot lighter. Good product overall. I would rate both of them 5 out of 5. They are good products. They do what they claim. There's a ton of different combinations you can do with the color. The colors, the lighteners, whether you want to do a whole head application, maybe some fun foils, creative coloring, fashion coloring. The only thing I would be careful with is if your client has previously lightened hair, that might be a little too damaging. Or if you see at the top where she was lighter, the copper bleach turned a gross orangey color. So you have to be careful when using this on bases that are lighter than depicted on the box. I always say check the foil every 10 minutes or so. If you see the color turning way too intense, it is time to take the lightener off. So if the client has permed hair, if they had a thio in their hair before, that's something to be very cautious with because that can affect how the color develops. I am curious though to see how the copper lightener lasts in the hair, if it fades or not, because reds do fade the quickest, but this lightener is reacting with the natural hair's base because a level 1 through level 5 is gonna have a lot of red underneath, especially that deep dark level 1. So if you really want intense red hair, do the copper. If you want something more subtle, something a little bit more balanced, try the butterscotch if you are a lighter base. So other than that, there is not much to say about the product. It is really great. It had no horrible odor too in mixing it, so that was another plus. If you guys have used this product before, let me know in the comment box down below because I'm always curious to hear from other stylists that have ideas of how to use different products. And that being said, I'll be on with more videos. So this is just a little demo on Joico's colored and pigmented lighteners because this is not something I've seen before. I know that Matrix just came out with a line of lighteners that you can customize it and they're all pigmented different colors, but I heard it's getting discontinued, so I'm not gonna review that one. but I will maybe do another video when I cover hair lighteners from the cosmetology textbook. So to all my hair besties out there, best of luck in your field. Let me know if you guys have any creative ideas for using the Joico lighteners. I'm always looking for inspiration. And if any of you guys are going to the ABCH in California, I will be there, so don't be afraid to say hi. So like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys soon.